Tonight, let's drop in on a number of people all across the country. Why? Well, because we've had our newsreel camera busy lately and have talked to a great many owners of the new 1955 Chrysler Corporation cars. Now, for example, we asked this gentleman in White Plains, New York, why he bought a new Plymouth this year.
Well, I think there's nothing like the engineering behind Chrysler Corporation. There are many features which I like in the Plymouth that no other car has.
Then we asked a fellow in California what he thought about his new Dodge.
Well, I like this automobile because of its long, low lines, the power and performance, the handling on the road. Owned a lot of automobiles, drive a lot of miles. I've never had one that performed nicer for it.
We also talked to a very happy DeSoto owner in Mount Vernon, New York, and asked her why her family happened to select the 55 Firefly.
Well, we've heard a lot about it. We've seen it advertised on television, and we've tried several other cars, driving them, and we sort of was most pleased with this one.
And in Texas, Chrysler and Imperial win praise from their owners.
It's been here, there, and everywhere, and you just couldn't ask for a more comfortable car.
This is the second Imperial that I've had, and it gives me everything I want. It has a lot of power, it handles easy, and it gives you the power when you need it, and it's just the kind of a car, I think, the finest car that money will buy.
Well, I certainly can't add anything to that. It just goes to show that people really are sold on the cars of the forward look.
The Chrysler Corporation. Look to the forward look. Everything about it is brand new. All the country took to the forward look. And so by Jiminy, will you?
It's easy to see the country road by. The swept-back windshield is the reason why. Our power steering works full time. Our power brakes let you stop on the dime.
Look to the forward look. Everything about it is brand new. All the country took to the forward look. And so by Jiminy, will you?
Power fly transmission makes you go like flash. With drive selector on the dash. Men love the engine most of all. So powerful it makes them feel 10 feet tall.
Look to the forward look. Everything about it is brand new. All the country took to the forward look. And so by Jiminy, will you?
Put it all together and you have got the car of the year that is genuine hot. Its beautiful lines are so low, low, low. Even standing still, it looks like go.
Look to the forward look. Everything about it is brand new. All the country took to the forward look. And so by Jiminy, will you?
But don't buy a Jiminy.
Buy a Plymouth, Dodge, DeSoto, Chrysler or Imperial. The forward look from Chrysler Corporation. Chrysler Corporation.
Chrysler Corporation and Philco recently broke the news of a startling new development in car radios. Phenomenal surface barrier transistors result in an auto radio that doesn't heat up and that has no tubes.
And what is a transistor? Well, it's one of the major electronic developments of the century, I'd say, and it's no bigger than your little fingernail. Mary, will you show us one of those mighty mites?
Indeed, I will, Bill. But you'll have to move in closer because it's really tiny. Tinier than the eraser on this pencil. But you know, the marvel of it is that 11 of these tiny little things take the place of... Hi, Bill, you're just in time. I think I'll let you take over in the parts department.
All right, Mary. Well, 11 transistors replace one transformer, a vibrator, and 9 conventional glass tubes. Now, what a fantastic difference in size, but more important than the fact that the completely tubeless car radio saves parts and bulk is that it saves on the power from your car battery. Now, the average conventional car radio draws about 42 watts, whereas the transistor radio draws only about 4 watts, cutting consumption of battery current by 90%. And do these little guys make a car radio rugged? No delicate filaments in them to burn them out, nothing to jar them out of place. These revolutionary Philco transistor car radios are being readied in limited numbers for the exclusive Imperial. They're another great first for Chrysler Corporation and Philco, the team that introduced the very first built-in car radio 25 years ago, and just another facet of the forward look at Chrysler Corporation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you well know, next Monday is Labor Day. In recognition of this occasion, Chrysler Corporation says, thanks for a job well done to all the men and women who have made this a banner year for the cars of the forward look from Chrysler Corporation.
Look, the prison break is all set for 1 hour from now, but I think the guards are wise to us. And we can surprise them if we make a break for it now. Now, that part of the wall looks about the safest place to go over. You go first. I'll follow you.
Okay, pal. See you later, huh?
Good luck. That's all I want to know. Well, I'm sorry, Warden. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have... Ward? It's you, Bill Winnigan?
Yeah, all right.
What they got you locked up in here for?
Locked up? I'm not locked up. I just came down to ask the warden if he'd let you out so you can make your dramatic debut on... Dramatic debut on Climax next week.
Well, sort of, yeah, Bill.
Well, I'll tell you what you do, Red. Tell us all about the show, will you, for next week?
All about it?
Yeah.
Well, it
In
starts...
5 seconds.
In 5 seconds. Well, I play the part of Rusty Morgan. Now, the big question is, am I a mad dog or am I a genius? Ooh.
Thanks, Red Skelton. See you next week.
Okay, I'll be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Red Skelton, starring in Public Pigeon #1 and co-starring lovely Ann Rutherford, next on Climax. And incidentally, I'd like to mention that I'll be in my hometown, Syracuse, New York, for the next 4 days to participate in the opening ceremonies of the New York State Fair. This is Bill Lundigan saying thank you, and don't miss Public Pigeon #1.
Neither rain, nor snow, nor gloom of night shall save the American motorist from his appointed round. So for all-weather driving, Plymouth gives you a new concept of all-weather visibility. No center post, electric wipers that never slow up, defroster that's full width. And Plymouth 453 introduces a new type windshield, one-piece, smoothly curving. In ordinary windshields, sharp curves here allow troublesome distortion. The new Plymouth windshield eliminates this distortion. Plymouth's better visibility is an all-round proposition. Deeper, wider side windows and huge wraparound rear window for Plymouth control tower visibility. Plymouth 453 is a new kind of low-priced car. New from the wheels up, beautifully styled throughout. You'll love the new 53 Plymouth.
And you'll love Plymouth's new lower prices. Get the full story tomorrow from your nearby Plymouth dealer. And be sure to drive the beautiful new 53 Plymouth.
Osbert doesn't know it. But he's a lucky guy. When a blown-out tire flops off the rim and makes you lose control, anything can happen. But you don't depend on luck with Plymouth safety rim wheels. You have protection. If a tire blows out, you can bring the car to a straight, safe stop. Here's why. Patented retaining humps here and here hold the tire firmly in place. Only Plymouth among low-priced cars has safety rim wheels. What's more, the new 53 Plymouth brings you true balance for the smoothest ride ever. He's a real beauty, all right, and the biggest value in the low-price field. The beautiful new 53 Plymouth. Gliding is fun. Always a thrill. That feeling of effortless motion. And that's the sensation you get when you drive a new 53 Plymouth with automatic overdrive. On level roads, Plymouth Overdrive gives an almost downhill sensation of breezing along silently. The engine lopes when you're traveling fast. And for flashing response in passing or on hills, you step down into the power range of Plymouth's big high-compression engine. With Plymouth Overdrive, your stops for gasoline will be miles further down the road, and you'll save on engine maintenance. Plymouth Overdrive, optional at moderate extra cost, can pay for itself in driving economies. New Plymouth, biggest value and best looker in the low-price field.
Tomorrow, stop at your nearby Plymouth dealers. See and drive the beautiful new 53 Plymouth. In a moment, a word about next week's program. Know what this means? Sure, it means stop, but for a lot of people, it also means shift gears. The same with this one, a traffic light. But Plymouth has a new feature that lets you drive without shifting. High drive. With Plymouth High Drive, you just put her in high and drive. It's a real convenience, especially in heavy traffic. No trouble at all at signs like these, because when you stop at a traffic light, you don't have to shift. Come to a steep hill, you don't have to shift. Stop sign, you don't have to shift. And you always have plenty of pickup. Fast acceleration. High Drive is the newest, smoothest way to drive without shifting, and the least expensive in the lowest price field. It's available on any 53 model Plymouth.
It's an age-old problem with a two-door car. Should you wait outside to let rear seat passengers in first, or... better wait inside. But then if you... Wow. Don't bother prettying up, Ma, because when they get out... Yep, same story. But you know there's a way to get rid of that dilemma. The new 1953 Plymouth brings you a brand new idea in divided seats. A 1/3, 2/3 division. Same clearance getting in and out. And much more convenient up front. The easy exit seat, standard on all Plymouth two-door models. Just one of many new convenience features in the beautifully different 1953 Plymouth. First car in the low-price field to bring you the luxury of a truly balanced ride. See the new 53 Plymouth.
And say, there's good news about Plymouth prices. They're substantially reduced on the whole line. All 9 body types.